Sarvebhyah, a bowing greetings to each one of my viewers in this channel, Holistic Health with Dr. Dev. I am super elated today because it's been a while since I last connected with you all in a live session like this. And if anyone remembers what I last connected you with, please type it in the comment section. I would love to see if you still remember that. And also, from wherever you are joining today, this session, please feel free to write in the comments section where you are joining this session from. Today, in this session, I am super thrilled because I will be sharing a particular mantra as a tool that can act as a powerful remedial measure if you are someone who is easily or quite often struck with fear. Now, when I say fear, what do I exactly mean? Well, fear can be of different levels, right? Fear can be of different levels in the sense it can affect different aspects of our being. And as we know, every human being has three layers of existence: the physical layer or the gross body, right? The mental, emotional, psychological layer or the subtle body, and the spiritual or the causal layer. So, physical layer, the gross body, the subtle body, and the causal body, right? The in the Atman level. Now, fear, Atman level does not have, as we know, any birth or any death or any imbalance or disease. So, any kind of imbalances going on, fear may be one of the causative factor for that, happens in our gross body and in our subtle body. So, having said that, fear can take a havoc toll in letting our full potential blossom. Okay, every individual, we are blessed with one or more unique gifts that we can share with the entire community and in turn the entire world. Now, fear is one certain obstacle which may thwart our progress toward blossoming into our full potential. Now, mantra are combination of sacred words that are either shared by the seers of the truth, the tapasvis or tapaswinis, the intense spiritual practitioners who are practicing their sadhanas in a very structured, disciplined, and intense way. They see certain sacred vibrations, sacred words, which we call mantras, and they share that. Or mantras are specific sacred vibrations, sacred words that are shared by the gurus to their disciples. Mantras you can also see in your own dream. So, whatever stabilizes the mind by repetition, by muttering, by chanting it many times, is can be considered as mantra. If it is in Sanskrit or Devanagari script, then it has certain vibrational contribution to our psychosomatic level. Now, this particular mantra is a mantra that can win over your fear. Now, you might ask, before I go and dive deep into the aspects of the mantra itself, which is, by the way, shared in the description of this live video, You can go there and actually see the mantra lyrics in Devanagari and also in English transliteration, IAST transliteration. It's pasted there in the description. You can go and check it there if you are not familiar with already. I will explain in details word by word, no worries. So this particular mantra, the effect of it, I will give you a certain feedback or a testimonial of one of my existing clients. And that client is a little girl of 15, 16 years who is about to appear for their board exam, the 10th standard board exam. And when I first connected with her, she presented to me some of the imbalances, among which one was having certain fear of, say, the exam. When the exam is coming up, she would just for no good reason would get fearful about the consequences of the exam, because she's a very meritorious student, comes first in her academic performances, in co-curricular activities also does very well. But certain aspects of fear cripple her just before certain time of her existence, like for example before the exams, or before a big event where she is tested. Also some fears regarding, say, darkness, or when she has to wake up at night and go to the bathroom, for example. Certain aspects of her gets fearsome of some some dark energy coming and grasping her. Similarly, another client of mine who is in her mid, a little less than mid 50s or so, would also say that certain dreams would come which are very fearsome, in terms of very fierce looking, fierce, like ferocious looking, fierce looking characters, entities, or hypothetical characters coming and trying to um, do harm to her. So these clients, when I had them in my one-to-one program, like 6 month signature one-to-one holistic health and wellness program, so I shared with both of them this mantra separately in their own contexts, and I explained to them how to use it, and I also would explain to you how to use it and see its effect in their daily lives, which they did, of course. And both of them, and I have shared it with other clients too, but I'm just giving you these two examples. Both of them, they mentioned how significantly this mantra contributed in their own lives on a day-to-day basis, how it helped help them get rid of these certain fears of specific things that would come at specific point of time in their lives. So they both reported to have significant improvement and dispersion of the fear that they would have in their lives by repetitive japa of this particular mantra. So, of course, in my own life, in my own practice, I have also seen immensely since when I first got introduced to this mantra in one of the Havan ceremonies in Bhagavan Sri Nrsimha Chaturdashi event. And when I first got introduced to this, I was very intriguingly attracted to this mantra by its vibrations, by the wordings and everything. And as you guys know, those who are connected with me in some level, at some level, they know that I am very intrigued by mantras and its uses, because I do teach mantras also to whoever comes to me for seeking certain help. So of course I was intrigued to this mantra, and when I started chanting it, you know, it's unimaginably, I can tell that, and invariably I can tell that there has been certain surges of courage that has blossomed within me, that has blossomed within me and helped me get rid of certain fear that appears in that would have been otherwise appearing in my daily life, whether it's a fear of, say, taking a bold decision, or fear of getting myself evaluated in front of others, or what my community would think of me. Any kind of fear, it can be like, again, in the subtle body, in the mental, emotional, psychological level, or in our physical gross body, fear of our appearance, how we do appear in front of others, uh, fear of our presentation to others, right? For example, public speaking, like this, things like this. So fear, like I mentioned at the beginning of this session, fear can be of different types. So basically, it's allowing our courage to not blossom to its full potential because of certain hindrances coming from this abstract obstacle called fear. And let's be honest, it gets each one of us at some point of our life, more or less, right? So I thought I would share this particular mantra with you all so that you can chant. And as I always say, that these are experiential truth, holistic health and wellness. These are experiential truth, meaning you apply it and you experience it with your own life experience rather than trying to dissect and analyze it with your intellectual faculty, which are limited anyways, whether you think of Einstein or whether you think of any lay person. Their intellectual faculties can only go so far. So if you apply it and if you see the impact of this tool, this mantra in your own life, then you would know what I mean by how this mantra can get rid of whatever fear might be getting you at some point of your life or at specific instances. Having said that, I would like to introduce this mantra to you all. This mantra is called the Ugra Nrisimhadeva Mantra or Pranama Mantra, the invocation chant. Now, Nrisimhadev, let me tell you quickly a little bit about Nrisimhadev. So, Bhagavan Sri Vishnu, who is considered as the creator and maintainer of this entire cosmos, Bhagavan Vishnu has 10 incarnations, 10 avatars. Now, can any one of my viewers of this session type in the chat box what are the first four incarnations of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu? First four, there are 10 avatars. I'm just asking you the first four avatars. If you are familiar, you can type in the chat box. And I will tell you why I said four in a bit. So, in the 10 incarnations of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu, the fourth incarnation is the shortest lived incarnation in terms of his lila. Lila means the divine play, right? And that is Nrisimha. Nri means human. Nri or Nara. Nara means human. Singha is the animal lion. The animal lion. Nrisimha is half man, half lion incarnation of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. That's why you would see that in the thumbnail of this session, it was written Shri Vishnu. Shri Vishnu. So Nrisimhadeva is the fourth incarnation of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. And I have asked you the question if you would like me to let me know, or if you would like to let me know or let our viewers know, what are the first four incarnations of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu? There are 10. Anyway, so Nrisimhadeva is the half man, half lion incarnation of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu, and he is considered as the protector of the spiritual seekers. And specifically, one little kid of 5-year-old Prahlad, 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 we say devotee Prahlad, Bhakta Prahlad was this little kid who was born to this family of asuras. Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu, his father. He was born to this family of asuras. Asuras are the demons who would only chant the name of Shri Vishnu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, no matter what the demon schools were trying to teach him, he would always come back and tell his father. When his father would ask, the king of the demons would ask, "What did you learn today, my son?" And Prahlad would seamlessly say that one thing, that I learned about Vishnu, I learned about Narayan, I learned about Jai Narayan, Shriman Narayan, I learned about Krishna. So he would chant this holy name of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. So his father was quite upset and dejected, and he was furious. He was getting furious to the point that every time he comes back from the schooling, every day he says this. So he was so furious to the point that he wanted to get rid of his own son because his son was not doing justice to his dynasty of demons. So Hiranyakashipu, what he did, he took means of getting rid of his son from this planet, taking his life. His own father trying to take his son's life by different means, like trying to set him into fire, trying to throw him out from the cliff all the way to the valley of a mountain, trying to send some ferocious demons, asuras, to dissect this kid and put him to pieces, and all sorts. Whatever one can think of, he was trying to take his own son's life. But of course, every single time he was protected by his Ishta Devata, or Vishnu Narayan, Shri Vishnu Narayan. Now, one day, one day, his father, being frustrated by the failure of his attempts of getting rid of his son, he mentioned in his court, "Hey, you mentioned that Bhagavan Sri Vishnu is everywhere, and he is protecting the entire cosmos, entire planet. He is everywhere. He is looking into everything. Do you think he is in this pillar also?" So he pointed to a pillar which was in the court, and he said, "Is he in this pillar also, you think?" He said, "Yeah, he's in this pillar too." And he said, "Okay, if I don't get to see him in this pillar, and if he is not coming out from this pillar, like this inanimate object, I would put you to, I will sentence you to death," something like this. And he instructs that pillar to be broken, like crushed, broken. So his sipahis came, the courtmen came, and they broke open the pillar. And as soon as they broke open the pillar, there appeared this incarnation of Sri Vishnu, half man and half lion. In that form, Nrisimhadeva appeared. And as Nrisimhadeva appeared, he put his father, that demon king, into on his lap, and with his fierceful, with his ferocious nails, big nails of the lion, he tore open the body, the belly of that demon king, and he sentenced him to death instead. The demon king, who was trying to kill this devotee of Sri Vishnu because he was chanting the names of Sri Vishnu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, Bhakta Prahlad is the epitome, or the example of how a devotee gets protected by Bhagavan Sri Nrisimhadeva. So, whenever we think of the protector of spiritual seekers, we think of Bhagavan Sri Nrisimhadeva. So, Nrisimhadeva is the fourth of the 10 incarnations, avatars of Sri Vishnu. Sri Vishnu, the creator, the maintainer of this entire cosmos. Right? So, this mantra you can chant during your daily sadhana, or if you don't have a daily sadhana, structured sadhana as yet, I can suggest you may include chanting of this mantra and inspire your family members or your loved and dear ones to chant this mantra and see the effect of chanting this mantra in their own lives themselves after 28 days. Why did I say 28 days? Does it not happen before then? Yes, it does. But I mentioned the days as 28 days because 28 days constitute one moon cycle. One moon cycle is the time that the moon takes to come around the earth. 28 days. So, whenever we want to establish any practice in our lives, we need to give it some time. And science says that to establish any habit, you need to give it at least 21 days straight time. So, I'm being a little conservative here and telling you 28 days. You can chant and do a japa, the chant of this particular mantra we will learn today, and see. And while you are chanting, you can think about specific aspects of your life that you are fearful about. It can be becoming fearful of, say, presenting yourself to your loved ones, or to your partner, to your spouse, to your parents, to speak up your truth to your boss, or in your professional life. Whatever the form of fear that is affecting your life, you bring that up before you start this mantra. Give it a form, give it a shape. Maybe you can give it a shape of, say, an asura, a demon, or give it a shape of anything that you can represent it and you can crush it to pieces symbolically every single time you do this repetition of this mantra. 28 days straight. And you see, like I said, my own clients, whoever, more than one clients, whoever I have shared this mantra with, they have shared how significantly it has affected their own life in overcoming their own fears. So, having said that, let's go straight into the chant, into the lyrics of this mantra. First, I would read out the lyrics of this mantra. And again, if you are willing to look at the mantra as I read out the mantra, you can find the lyrics in the description of this video. It's already posted there in Sanskrit, in Devanagari script, and in IAST transliteration. So the mantra goes like this: Om Ugram Viram. I will chant it in the tone afterwards, but I'm just first reading out the lyrics. Om Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisingham or Narasimham. Many places you will see it is also pronounced as Narasimham. The meaning are the same. Nara and Nr, Nr dot. Nr and Nara means human. Narasimham or Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram. Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisingham or Narasingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Om Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Okay? Now, if we chant it, the chant will go like this. And for our session today, we will do a japa of 21 times. 21 times of this mantra. So, first, let's please listen to the mantra and then we will start the chanting counts. Ugram Veram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Om Ugram Veram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor namamyaham. Om Ugram Veram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. So, Ugram Veeram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. So, before we delve into the repetitions, it usually helps to know the meaning of the mantra so that you can connect better with this mantra. If you know what you are chanting, you can always connect better. So, what does these words mean in the mantra? So, of course, it's in Sanskrit language, and I will explain each word for you. So, the last part says, Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. So, Namamyaham, the last word of the mantra, is Namami plus Aham. Namami means I bow, I do naman means I bow, I pay respect, I prostrate. Aham means I. So I prostrate, I bow, I pay homage. So namami aham, namamyaham. To whom I bow is all these previous words. To whom I bow, it's all these previous words telling to whom I bow. So let's look at it. Ugram. Ugra means ferocious, fearsome, fearsome, ferocious. Ugram. Veeram means valorous, courageous, valorous. Ugram Veeram. Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu means Maha means great. Vishnu is of whose incarnation is Nrisimhadev, right? So as I mentioned, Nrisimhadev has 10 incarnations. So Mahavishnu means I am prostrating, bowing down to this ferocious Ugra, to this valorous Mahavishnu means to this great incarnation, great avatar of Bhagavan Vishnu. Ugram Veeram Mahavishnu Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham. Jwalantam Sarvataha Mukham. Sarvataha means all around. Jwalanta means burning, right? Fire, fiery. Mukham means face. So one who has fiery faces, fire emerging out of faces. If you look at the thumbnail of this video, something like that, fierce, like fire coming out, right? I who has fiery faces all around him. Sarvato Mukham means all around there is this fiery faces which is shooing away all the negative energies, all the all the obstacles that is coming to the spiritual seekers, right? Then the second line goes, Nrisingham, I bow to this avatar who is half man, half lion in this form, right? Talking about the form. Nrisingham, Bhishanam. Bhishanam means fearsome, fearsome, right? Bhishanam. Bhadram means at the same time auspicious, because this spiritual protector is Bhishanam means fearsome to all the demons, all the devils, all the negative energy, but at the same time Bhadram means auspicious to all those who support and those who are auspicious, those who are of good intent. He protects, he supports them. And of course, his devotees, devotees who are the devotees of the Supreme. So, Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram, the last part is my favorite personally. Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Mrityor Mrityum is a combination of two words, Mrityoho Mrityum. Mrityoho means of the death. Of the death. Mrityu means death. One who is the death of the death. Wow. One who is the death of the death. So, usually in our life, if you think of three things that one is fearful about, the first thing that comes is the fear of death. Because every human being who is, every living being as such, every living being who is housed, whose Atman, whose soul is cased in this body mind system, have a longing for living, which we call it as abhiniveshaha. Abhiniveshaha. So this Clinging to life or willingness to live for long life is a natural phenomena for every living entity. So, death is something that one is the most fearful about in general. So, this mantra is saying, I am prostrating by bowing down to the one who is even the death of the deaths, even the death of the death, one who is the death of the death itself. So, what else can be more fearful? What else can be um, what else can be more fearful than death? And he is the death of the death, this Nrisimha avatar. So that's how powerful this mantra is. In the mantra itself, we are chanting that I am prostrating namamyaham. I prostrate to, I bow to this ferocious Ugram Viram, this valorous, this courageous Ugram Viram Mahavishnu, this great avatar of Mahavishnu, the fourth avatar, the fourth incarnation, Nrisimha avatar. Ugram Viram Mahavishnu, Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham, one who has fiery faces all around. Sarvataha means all around, right? A preposition, all around. Sarvataha, it's all around. Sarvataham, Jwalantam Sarvato Mukham, Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram. I prostrate to this half man, half lion um, incarnation of Lord Vishnu, who is fearsome to those who create obstacles for spiritual seekers, and at the same time, who is auspicious, who is benevolent to all who takes the path of righteousness. Okay? And who is also Mrityor Mrityum Namamyam, who is the death of the death. Wow. Just wow, right? Type me in the comment section if you have heard this mantra before, or if you in your spiritual sadhana include this mantra. If you do so, please type in the chat box in the comment section what is your experience of this mantra. I would love to see, and maybe our viewers would also love to see what your experience have been with this chanting of this particular mantra. Having said that, let's begin a japa repetition of this Nrisimha Bhagavan mantra 21 times. I will keep the count, so no worries. You don't have to keep the count. You can just take this opportunity to go deep into this spiritual reverberation of these sacred words that I will be chanting out, and let your body mind system take a sound bath vibrational shower at a cellular level, so that fear which might be hiding at a cellular level in your gross body or your subtle body, may it work as a magnet to draw out, extract out all those fear hiding at the cellular level in our psychosomatic presence, in our psyche and in our soma, in our body. If it is hiding anywhere, it will draw out as a magnet, it will attract out and flush it out. Let it go out by your chanting it out loud. Okay, if you know this mantra already, you can join in the chanting as a japa repetition, as a communal japa repetition with our community. If you are listening to this video later on, you can actually slow down the pace of the mantra if the pace I will be using is too fast for you, or you can speed it up a little if it is too slow for you, at whatever, or you can just listen as it is and participate in the repetition, japa repetition of the mantra later on if you are viewing it. You can also use this video as your daily mantra sadhana for your daily practice. Having said that, let's begin. So I am sitting in an Ardha Siddhasana posture. Ardha Siddhasana posture is the half accomplished pose where you draw your ankle, where you draw your heel, left heel, all the way to your perineum. Perineum is the space of the Mooladhara chakra. Mooladhara chakra is the space, it's in the space in between your genitals and your anus. That's the space called perineum. So you draw your left heel all the way to your perineum. You can bring your right heel in front of your left foot, right foot in front of your left foot. Or if you want to be in the full accomplished pose, and if you are familiar with that pose, you can go ahead and pull that right foot over the right ankle over the left also and sit in that. You can place your palms in this yoga mudra by touching your index fingers with your tip of the thumbs. The other fingers are touching each other, this mudra, and place it on your thighs. You can imagine somebody is drawing a string from the crown of your head, so your spine gets elongated as if your vertebrae are creating spaces in between this vertebrae, so you are gaining some height. Comfortably vertical spine, tuck your chin slightly towards the chest. Comfortable shoulders, relax your shoulders, relax your belly, and your palms, like I said, facing upward towards the ceiling. In the yoga mudra, the palms are in the yoga mudra. If you wish to, the mudras always intensify, acts as catalyst for your spiritual sadhana. More on the mudras later if you are interested. Observe your breath. We will chant 3 Omkar chants, and we will get started with the 21 times repetition. So inhaling deep, long, smooth, the belly goes out. All the way up. Pause at the peak. Exhale, belly comes towards the spine. Inhaling deep, long, smooth, belly goes out. Pause at the peak. Exhale, belly comes towards the spine. Inhaling deep, long, smooth. All the way up. Pause at the peak. Exhale, belly comes towards the spine. Yeah, belly comes towards the spine. Now 3 times Om in the next 3 exhalation. Inhale deep, long, smooth, belly goes out. Pause at the peak. Exhale. Again, inhale. Pause at the peak. Exhale. Again, inhaling. Last time. All the way up. Pause at the peak. Exhale. Beginning now, 21 times. I keep the count. You can just enjoy these sacred sound vibrations. Om Ugram Veram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Om Ugram Veram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Om Ugram Veram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Mrityum Namamyaham. Om Ugram Veram Mahavishnum ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युन्नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युन्नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युं नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युन्नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्योर्मृत्युन्नमाम्यहम्। ॐ उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं Jwalantam sarvatomukham Nrisingham bhishanam bhadram Mrityor mrityunnamamyaham. Last three times. Om Ugra Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor mrityunnamamyaham. Om Ugra Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor mrityunnamamyaham. The very last time. So let's really hone in and sink in with all our presence, all our intensity, with all our mindset into one focus of this sacred sound vibrations. Nrisimhadeva, Ugra Nrisimhadeva Mantra, Pranam Mantra. Om Ugra Viram Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham Nrisingham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor mrityunnamamyaham. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hare Om Tat Sat. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hare Om. Now we seek forgiveness if we have done any mistake in the pronunciations, any mistakes knowingly or unknowingly while describing the mantra, while chanting the mantra in the japa. Om Yadaksharapadabrashtam Matrahinantu Yad Bhavet Tatsarvam Kshamyataan Deva Narayana Namostute Narayana Namostute. Om Yadaksharapadabrashtam Matrahinantu Yad Bhavet Tatsarvam Kshamyataan Deva Narayana Namostute Narayana Namostute. Om Yadaksharapadabrashtam Matrahinantu Yad Bhavet Tatsarvam Kshamyataan Deva Narayana Namostute Narayana Namostute. Rub your hands together. 20 to 30 seconds. Another 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And cup your eyes with that warm palms, self-healing energy. Close your eyes and feel it. Then gently tap your eyes, tap your head, tap your face. Throat, back, body. And you can gently open your eyes as you are ready. So, that was our Bhagavan Shri Nrisimhadeva Pranam Mantra, Ugra Nrisimhadeva. So I use the word, you might think that why is the word Ugra used at the beginning. So Ugra means, as we told in the mantra also while describing the meaning, Ugra means fearsome, ferocious. So Bhagavan Nrisimhadeva has different forms, like Yoga Nrisimhadeva, who teaches the different aspects of yoga, including the postures, right? Like you will see he is sitting in a Malasana type pose. So he's Yoga Nrisimhadeva. Then there is Lakshmi Nrisimhadeva, who is sitting with his divine consort, Devi Lakshmi, who is the goddess of prosperity. So Bhagavan Nrisimhadeva has different forms. Here we are chanting the Ugra form, Ugra form is this ferocious form which actually devoured and put the demon Hiranyakashipu into death. So we are chanting about that particular form of Bhagavan Nrisimhadeva. So I hope that this particular mantra you will be able to imbibe in your daily practice. I will also post a particular video that I specifically enjoy listening to whenever I want to listen to this mantra. I will post that link in the description. So please take a look there. I will add that link because it's not added yet. And also, if you have gained some benefit by doing a 28 days of repetition of this mantra daily, at least for 5 to 10 minutes, 21 times or even 9 times, 12 times, please write in the comment section that if you are already participating in and if you are making it a vow for yourself that you will try this and see if it makes a difference in your own life or not, or whether you experience any shift in your own life by doing this japa repetition of one moon cycle. Also, if you are listening to this video and you are up to this far and you are enjoying it and you have gained some value out of it, please hit that like button and that subscribe button and the bell notification icon so that whenever I am publishing any pre-recorded video or live sessions like this, you are the one who gets notified first and you don't miss any of those updates. And also, please feel free to share generously this video with your loved and dear ones and also allow them become a part of this inside out transformation. So please share this video generously with your friends and family and your loved and dear ones. With that, I would not extend this video any further. This session comes to a close. I would again remind our viewers that this session was about learning the pranam mantra, the invocation chant of Ugra Nrisimhadeva Bhagwan, who is the fourth incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu, corresponding to the spiritual protector of all the spiritual seekers. So, with that, I bow to each one of you, whoever took part in this video live, or if you are watching this video later on as I post the recordings. And I wish you all the very best on your path of sadhana with all that wishes and seeking of blessings from the divine. I bow to you all. Namaste, pranams, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next session very soon. Till then, take care and keep chanting. Hari Om Tat Sat.